So part 4 of the Linguaskill speaking exam is long turn 2. The format for this part of the exam is as follows. You will need to make a presentation, and that will be based on charts or diagrams or tables. You will have 1 minute to prepare, and you will have 1 minute to make your presentation speaking. So here's an example. These are the instructions that you might see on the screen. You will have 1 minute to leave a message for an English-speaking friend about some visual information. Remember this, there's a listen, a think and a speak. So you will listen to the instructions, 1 minute to think, and then when that arrow moves to speaking, you'll have 1 minute to speak and make your presentation. So here's an example question. Your English-speaking friend wants to buy a fishing rod and has asked for your advice. Based on the information, recommend a rod for your friend. And then that will probably be accompanied with some type of pictures or diagrams like this. So here we can see there are 2 different types of fishing rods. One is called a fly rod, one is called a coarse rod. One is for catching trout, the other is for all fish. They have different prices and different ratings. So this will be what it looks like in the exam, quite possibly, or it will be a chart or a table. This is the technique that I advise using. Step 1. Read the questions, the writing, and the visuals. Read all of the information that you're given. Step 2 is to create some notes with structure. You can use arrows to create this structure. Remember, you have 1 minute to prepare some very simple notes with some arrows connecting them so you know how your speech will be organized when you speak for 1 minute. So here's an example. I could write down these notes. What to catch. How much money you want to spend. So these can help my friend know what rod he wants to use. Then I suggest memorizing a phrase. So for example, I could talk about, but I think I'll start by mentioning. So you can use a phrase at the beginning of your answer to show a good level of language immediately and to help deliver the rest of your speech. So memorizing a phrase for the beginning of your answer can be really useful and a good way to show your language knowledge. But do not try to memorize whole speeches because you don't know what task you will face in the exam. You don't know what the question will be. Step 4 is to talk slowly and steadily, similar to how I'm speaking in these video lessons. And step 5 is to use all the time. Try to speak for 1 minute completely. If you struggle to think of things to say and you still have time left, you should ask yourself in your head, why? Why did I say that? There are also some topics that you can apply beforehand that you can think of and then apply to many different questions. So for example, the topic of money. You could normally apply money to lots of different situations. Or, for example, social activities or individual activities. If you think, is it a social thing or is it an individual thing? That can help you just to use up the rest of your talking time if you've run out of ideas.